Let me just quickly make a shovel. And continue. Am I like really missing all the blocks I'm placing? Does anyone else do that? Okay, so this goes to... See, like that. I swear I wasn't pointing there. But there you go. Alright, so there's that there. And then I was thinking I'll just do that. And then this side doesn't actually line up. But it doesn't really matter. Well, that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping it will look okay. Even though I know that this is really not lining up. The power of hope. Actually, you shouldn't do that. Like, you shouldn't hope your design's gonna be fine. But I think it's gonna work. I think it's gonna work. In a really weird way, I think it's actually going to be just fine. I mean, I think like confidence counts for a lot, so like if you just tell people, yeah, this is exactly what I meant to do, then they will leave you, and that's gonna be okay. So you're basically just faking it. Just fake it till you make it. That's basically the game plan. Which, you know, I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be fine. There you go. And then this and then do that and that there. And then here at the very front of it, what should we do at the entrance? I feel like we should probably let's just do a similar thing, even though it doesn't actually line up at the entrance. I feel like we should do something about this. Oops. Maybe like have more logs at the entrance. Just you know, just have more of it, and that will be fine. Okay. I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing. The entrance doesn't actually match the pattern that's been established, you know, on the inside. But we're just gonna pretend that everything's fine, and then everything's gonna be fine. I'm just gonna do that. And then plank it, and then there, that's exactly what I meant to do. That is exactly what I meant to do, and everything is good. There, done. But you don't even notice, really, do you? No, you don't. Okay, we're gonna put the planks on the ceilings, but leave the walls as they are, I believe. So on the other side, yeah, same thing. Plank the ceiling. What else do I need to do? Nothing really. I think that's pretty much it. Play the ceiling, retaining wall, fences. Alright. So let's just quickly do this, and then fences. And then I believe that's me done again for now. So we put a retaining wall around the tree farm. That's basically this project, and also made the tunnel look slightly better. And to make it not look like there's just dirt floating in the air. Mostly decorative things. But decoration is, it's not trivial. I mean, you say, well, it's just decoration, but decoration is decoration, it just makes things look nicer. That's worth something. And also, sometimes it kind of tells people what's going on as well. Decoration. And even if it's not structural, sometimes you need stuff just to show people what is going on and what is supposed to happen. Sometimes architects use structural elements also as decoration. You kind of clean them up a little bit, make them look a bit nicer, and then they can be structural and decorative at the same time, which is an interesting thought. I mean, of course, in Minecraft, everything is decorative because there's no need for any structure, but like the stuff I'm doing here, it's it looks like structure, actually is decoration, right? Now that they've done the ceiling properly, the walls look kind of messy because it's just kind of bare stone and dirt. Then we just finish this and then we'll walk around a bit more and take another look. Kind of like just having the raw stone in a way, just because it's a tunnel. We dug this out of the stone and there you go, there's the stone. On the other hand, it looks a little bit unfinished. So let me just pick all this stuff up and then we'll have a look. So there's that there, there's all that there, that looks kind of good. The bare stone is a little bit bare. Then the road comes this way and then everything's cool. Interesting. Interesting. Alright, so you walk through here. The bare stone is quite bare, isn't it? Look at that. Look at that. And then we can come in here and like dirt and stone and then wood. Interesting. Like you see how there's a structure and then there's the rawness of the tunnel walls, but then there's kind of structure as well at the same time. Interesting. I mean, interesting doesn't necessarily mean good. I don't know if it's good or bad, but it's interesting. What I think I'll do is I'll put logs on the other side of this as well, just because I like when you have a series of like colors or shapes, like one after the other, it gives you oh crap, it gives the thing some rhythm, as it were. Like there's kind of vertical, 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 vertical. As you walk past it, there's kind of vertical lines marking out the spaces. Whereas that, it seems a little bit kind of, this is a big empty space there. But if you just kind of put a few vertical lines in, then instead of looking at a big empty space, you're looking at a series of vertical lines. And so then it looks more, this looks better. Less like somebody forgot to put something in there, and more like, hey, look, somebody put in a series of columns. I keep doing that. I keep doing that, putting the logs in the wrong way. Alright, so yeah, so now it doesn't quite look as much like, oh, someone's just left the stone bare. Even though we haven't changed much. There we go, that's better. It's not a big empty space, it's just kind of columns and columns and columns and logs. It is very interesting, the contrast between the wood and the stone and the dirt. And how all three are just kind of jammed together into one tunnel. It's very interesting. Not necessarily good, but interesting. Alright, let's go find some fences and then we can finish off the retaining wall. And there's a bit of a wood thing underneath the tree farm. Just a little decoration. Nothing big, but a slight improvement over what was there before. And really, if you can make a few improvements every day, then you end up making a pretty good world, I think. Don't always have to make big dramatic changes. Sometimes a small improvement is worth a lot. I've got too much planks. Let's put that back. And gravel and dirt. And like sometimes a big project seems pretty daunting. Like you start a giant project. It seems like you might never finish it because there's so much work to do. It's not always a good idea. Maybe you just want to do small projects. And if you do many small projects, it ends up being a big project anyway, as long as you put them close together. Like this, a small. Well, that's not small, that's kind of fairly big. But small, small, so most of these are found into small things. So, a lot of small and medium-sized things, they add up. Eventually, you get a city. And then, that's how you do big things sometimes. By doing a lot of small things. Okay, so the fences, I might not actually have enough fences. Just put that there. So, this little retaining wall, it's a small thing, but it adds to this area, as I said. I can't get how to. Maybe we should just put dirt here. Alright, let's just put dirt there. Alright, fences, good. So we don't fall off. Not that we would fall off anyway. Although, actually I do sometimes just fall off because I'm not paying attention. So there's that. That looks fine up here. Around the side, there's no more floating dirt. It looks like things are being held up by a retaining wall. That's pretty good. It's pretty imposing, isn't it? I guess it's fine. That's really what it is. And then underneath, we've already seen the tunnel is clean. Let me just walk through it again. Just because it really is interesting. I keep saying that. But it really is interesting how, instead of kind of cleaning out the whole thing, you just put in a few columns and then leave the raw stone and dirt there. And that contrast between the structure and the rawness is quite interesting. Like, so you don't have to clean everything up. You don't have to make everything shiny and perfect. Sometimes you can just leave the realness. Just gotta keep it real and keep it dirt. You can just leave some dirt there because that's what it is. It's dirt. You don't have to hide everything. You don't have to clean everything up. But then if you just leave it completely raw, then it just looks kind of messy. So you put in a little bit of structure and then leave the rest in. I don't know if I'm making sense. I might just be making a big deal out of nothing. But I don't know. I like the idea of it. You know, instead of everything absolutely perfect, you can always just keep a bit of imperfection, and sometimes that's interesting. Let's put that there, put that there, put the fences back, and there you go. A little bit more. Why can't I? Come on, put it back. A little bit more interesting. Alright, so I guess I'll end that there. So that was that. So I was thinking about that for a while. Like I dug the tunnel, I built the road, and I knew that, the tunnel was a bit messy. I like it better now. Okay, so you can't really see it unless you walk through it, but there you go. No idea what to do next. Anyway, I'll think of something. I'll see you guys.